Hello, I'm Shelley. I'm the MD of Alamy, and I'm sorry it's taken me a long time to introduce myself to you. I started this job at the end of February and managed 2 weeks in the Alamy office before we shut it down, and many of the things I wanted to do in my first year went out the windows. We all navigated the nightmare that is COVID-19. We've actually adapted pretty well. We've had to move to remote working. We've ridden through the worst of the financial impacts, I hope. And over the last couple of months have been able to focus finally on the future of the business and our strategy for growth. I'm going to tell you about that, but before I do, I thought I would tell you a little bit about me. So I began my career as a trainee news reporter at PA and moved into editing, then management, and a series of commercial roles. I've never been a photographer, but I've worked with photographers and images my whole career. As a page designer, as head of showbiz, running the desk, as a magazine editor, choosing front covers, and as a commercial content strategist, making adverts and building brands in my last role as MD of Sticky Content. In short, I think I've been a customer of Alamy and its competitors for 20 years, and it's that experience that I'm bringing to this role the most, I think. As you'll have seen, one of the key opportunities for PA Media Group on the acquisition of Alamy was to bring it together with the existing PA Images business. We're still in the process of merging. It's quite complicated, but I can tell you that we've organised it so that photography, that's commercial assignments and news, sport and entertainment coverage, are undertaken by the news agency PA Media. And Alamy, which is a separate company within the group, is the platform for sales. So in effect, PA is now a contributor like any other to the Alamy platform, and they receive the same levels of commission, and they're bound by their own independent editorial values as to what they will shoot, which we don't influence. I know there were some fears that somehow they get a boost in the rankings on Alamy, but we serve the customer here, and our goal is to give the customer the right image for their needs. And in my view, the moment we start skewing our results based on our own politics is the day the whole business falls apart. Talking about rankings, I wanted to let you know about some improvements we want to make to our search algorithm and our search experience. We have a new search page with new and much more intuitive filters and obvious sorts between creative and editorial that's in the planning stages. We have designs ready, and they're to be developed early in Q1 next year. Alongside this, we also have plans to invest in head of search next year to drive forward work on the algorithm. We know we're not always returning the most relevant results to our customers, and the search functionality needs attention. The search page is just one part of our plans to improve the user experience, on the whole site. So we will be launching a new image page, a new home page, new asset pages, which we can use to promote areas of the collection to certain customer types, and a range of other improvements. And as part of that, we'll also be refreshing our brand and investing in marketing to drive awareness, particularly outside of the UK where Alamy is less well known. These investments are part of a 3-year growth plan we've developed for the business, which includes a strategy on e-commerce, enterprise sales, partnerships and integrations with other platforms, and a focus on the creative advertising and design sector, which I'll be able to tell you more about next year. We're also looking again at video, and no plans to reveal at the moment, but again, look forward to telling you what those are. Ultimately, we want more customers for your content. We want those customers to spend more of their budgets with us, and we want them to commit to us so that we have some revenue security, because with revenue security, we can use that to invest in the business further. You'll have seen this year that we've increased the collection by around 45 million images, which is amazing. And I thank everyone for their brilliant work and for choosing to sell their pictures through Alamy. We're very grateful. It makes it even more important, I think, that we do everything we can to increase sales overall and to help the customer find what they're looking for. We've managed in 2020 to get through this difficult year without making cuts to our business in any areas, and that shows what a robust business we have. We are budgeting for growth in 2021, and we have no plans to alter our commission rates to achieve it. Instead, we're focused on sales and improving the customer experience to make sure we can get your content in front of as many buyers as we possibly can. So I want to thank you for sticking with us during a really tough year, for bearing with us while we make changes and improvements to our platform, as these things take longer than I would like and longer than most people imagine they would take, and for your continued support in the future. Happy holidays to you all and a very happy new year, and I look forward to talking to you again soon, but bye-bye for now. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Alan Capel and I'm Operations Director now at Allamy. Some of you will know me from my previous role as Head of Content, and I've had the pleasure of meeting or talking to many of you over the years. Having been at Allamy 20 years now, pretty much since the beginning of the business, I've seen a lot of change, and it's evident that we've seen more than usual this year. Aside from the enormous challenges that the pandemic has brought that Emily has already referenced, Allamy was acquired in February by the PA Media Group. When businesses are acquired, many different things can happen, and we appreciate that it can lead to uncertainty. Now, 10 months in, I hope you can all see that we're all still here, we are all still Allamy. The existing management team is largely still in place, and under Emily's leadership, we've been working on our future strategy and putting plans in place for success and growth. The new ownership of the business has brought increased opportunity, and I have high hopes that we'll continue to build on the solid foundations of the business and that 2021 will bring exciting developments, and James Allsworth, our Head of Content, will cover some of those shortly. One significant development that I'd like to talk about is a new internal organisational structure that we have built. We have identified key focus areas, market sectors where we see the best opportunity for growth. And there is an enormous amount of market share to go for. This industry is far from dead. It's dominated by some big players, yes, but that dominance can be broken. We are developing deep insight and expertise in what our customers really want and what they really need now and in the future. We intend to share that with our contributors to give you all the best chance of success with your work. We've always tried to do that in the past, but only now do we have the required strategy, resources and structure to deliver on that promise. Our aim is to close that circle from customer through sales to content to you, our contributors. On a personal note, I'd like to thank you all for the extraordinary visual content that we see submitted every single day from all corners of the globe. It continues to interest and astound us, and without it we would be nothing. So I'll just sign off this section by wishing you all a safe, happy and fruitful 2021.
Hello, I'm James Allsworth, Allamy's Head of Content. My team are responsible for the flow of images onto the Allamy platform, as well as providing the support and tools our contributors use to get the best from Allamy. As Emily mentioned earlier, despite challenges faced by all of us over the last 12 months or so, this year has been incredible on the content front, setting all-time records for the amount of images uploaded and number of contributors registered. By the end of the year, we'd have taken in 10% more images than in 2019, totaling close to 50 million, and contributor registrations to Allamy were up 38% on the year before. Myself and the rest of the team at Allamy would like to extend our thanks to you, our contributors, for your continued support on our 20th year in business. We've never been more popular, and it really motivates us to make sure we can provide you with the best possible experience. Of course, these figures do highlight the increased competition all of our contributors face on Allamy, but I would urge you all to look at the positives from an individual point of view. Remember, the key to being a successful stock photographer is about responding to what the market needs and often refreshing the content that already exists. Increased competition is healthy when it comes to pushing the quality of your own work, and there is a constant need for new images, not just to cover new needs and trends, but to bring existing or older content up to date. With such a strong stream of content coming in, it allows us to bring more customers to the site and provide the most complete offering in the industry. Yes, there are more contributors on Allamy, but there are also a lot more customers too. Having such a large and active contributor base means that it's more important than ever for us to make sure we can offer you the best support in the industry. Our contributor relations team are there to help you when you need it, but we also have a whole bunch of other resources available online. We'll make sure the links are in the description below, but aside from our online help pages and guides, you can find us and get involved on social media across Twitter, Facebook and Instagram, as well as joining your fellow contributor community on the Contributor Forum. There's a huge amount of knowledge and experience contained there, with so many generous photographers willing to offer help and advice. Talking of the forum, we recently started a thread to ask for subjects you want us to cover in this video. Hopefully we've been able to do that despite understandably not being able to address every single suggestion. Thank you to those who did contribute. I did want to briefly pick up on a couple of other themes raised there. One was around the importance of correctly defining images as exclusive to Alamy. Alamy offer 50% commission on images that are exclusive to us. So obviously from a contractual point of view, getting this declaration correct is important. We do have processes in place to audit this at regular intervals. Just a reminder then that any images of yours that are available on other stock sites cannot be marked as exclusive to Alamy. You can still sell directly though. Another point raised in the forum was around chasing image infringements. We recognise the importance of this, so at the start of 2020 we'll be investing in a dedicated infringements team that should allow us to make big strides in this area. Until that's in place, for now, please continue to alert us to any potential usage infringements in the usual way. We do have resources dedicated to resolving these, even though the timescales involved can end up being lengthy. With the new team in place though, this will all be vastly improved, and I look forward to sharing more detail with you on this soon. Finally, the third point I'd like to refer to from the suggested topics is around restrictions and resolution of images provided. We hear you and know there are legitimate concerns around this topic. We'll be undertaking a full review of the licence terms we offer next year, including the resolutions we supply, and we welcome your continued feedback in the area up to that point. Please be assured that we're aware of your concerns and these will absolutely be considered before any future changes are made. Referring back to how we can offer support, along with the output on our social channels, we also have the What Should I Shoot tool, and that's accessible from your dashboard. Not only do we list those super specific picture needs direct from the mouths of customers, we also post quarterly trends inspiration and give guidance on particular styles that you should try and incorporate into your future shoots. This can really give you the edge when it comes to selling licenses. Aside from the needs and trends, it's never been more important to make sure your metadata is thorough, relevant and accurate. Probably the biggest tip I can offer any stock photographer, no matter what their level is to make sure you get your data up to scratch. Accurate date information and literal as well as conceptual keywords can really make the difference between making the sale and not. A descriptive caption in the form of a sentence too is also needed to make the best out of the efforts our SEO team undertake to make sure links to your images get indexed by the major search engines. To echo Emily and Alan before me, I too would like to thank you for your continued support, and I very much look forward to building on this incredible foundation in 2021 and beyond. I hope you remain safe and well and enjoy the festive season. I wish you a very happy new year.